I was just thinking about the capital city of Germany, Berlin, and the Berlin Wall. It was built in 1961, but I thought it had been built earlier than that.
I did too. I thought it had been built after World War II, when Germany was divided into two countries, East and West Germany. In 1990, I remember watching as the wall, a symbol of that division, was finally torn down. It was an emotional moment for many German people.
So here we are. What do you think? Should we slip into traditional Bavarian clothing and go undercover?
Sorry, Hawkins. No dirndls for me. Dresses with full skirts just aren't my style. You're welcome to try lederhosen, though.
I don't think they'd go well with my vest, and I might look a bit too conspicuous. Now, we need to check out that clock tower. Do you think Carmen's still there?
We just need to be careful to check everything. You know what the chief says.
Yeah, leave no stone unturned.
All right.
Alrighty
First of
then.
all, let's look at this, because
Neuschwanstein Castle is the most famous of the three royal palaces
try
built for
repeating my
Louis
name.
II of
Neuschwanstein.
Bavaria,
Gosh darn it.
Mad King Ludwig.
You've been practicing.
Ludwig, not Ludwig.
Ludwig.
This is a complicated lock. We'll need to locate all the pieces before we can fix it.
Well,
So it seems like all the missions have been find the things to unlock the thing.
yeah. Whatever.
So it's actually like the first
I
mission.
mean, they've been different enough. They've been semantically different enough where it
Oh
doesn't.
yeah, but like I'm thinking like in mission 1 it was just one thing. Or two things. Mission 2 it was 4, and then mission 3 was like 3, and it's been steadily increasing,
Yes, somewhat.
scaling up in difficulty, I'd say.
Yeah.
And then let's talk to this
Or
guy.
at least
again.
at the very, or just more things to get.
Right. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Guten Morgen. Good morning. How can I help you?
We're wondering
It's
about the
funny
clock
because most people
tower.
in Germany
Is there
actually
any
can
way
speak
to...
English.
Yeah.
Like,
Get in? Through the door, of course. We used to have it propped open, but somebody slammed it shut.
So, is there a key or something?
Not a key like you're thinking of. My great-great-grandfather made that door, and he put together quite an amazing lock for it. Unfortunately, the 5 pieces of the lock were sold off as antiques many years ago. They're quite valuable, you know.
Do you know where any of them are today?
The only record I've ever found led to a collector named Annie Darby, who bought them back in 1885. She owned a hotel in Leadville, Colorado. You know, in America.
Colorado? Not exactly around the corner.
Carmen always does this, leads us all over the world. Well, Dankeschön. Thank you so much, sir. You've been a great help.
Dankeschön.
Yeah. Alright, so looks like we're heading to... Well, actually, we should probably look at other things first.
Yeah. Lecture on the Berlin Wall.
A lecture on the tearing down of the Berlin Wall. I wish I had time to go.
That's actually a pretty creative way of saying it. Of doing it.
Mm.
The Toy Fair in Nuremberg is where many of the latest toys are showcased. They even have electronic toys. You should go.
Very funny.
It's a big event, too.
What on earth are these? Are they German?
I haven't seen a pair of these for quite a while. Australian clapsticks. Some Aborigines there use them for making music. But what are they doing in Germany?
Could it be another clue as to where the lady in red has stashed that statue?
Alright.
Alright.
Pretzels?
Oktoberfest is a festival celebrating the fall season.
And serving my kind of food.
What kind of chairs are those?
Those are chairs. No, those actually exist.
Well, I'm not surprised they exist, but...
When I toured Germany
silly,
in
but they
college,
exist.
I stayed in a pension that looked
Also,
like that.
Oktoberfest.
Tourists
Yeah,
come from
not
all over the
kid-friendly.
world to visit
Oh, no.
Germany's villages
Well,
and take in the
somewhat
scenery.
kid-friendly. I mean, culture is different.
Alright, so I guess we should go to America. Also, it still says New York.
Oh wow! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah. Well,
Yep, it gets crowded. So, also, we're going to Denver, but it has New York.
yeah.
Have you ever visited the Grand
I know
Canyon?
we go
Yeah,
to...
I
they
went
probably
there
have a
once as a
layover.
child. It's pretty spectacular.
Well, it says here that it's ranked as one of the 7 natural wonders of the world.
I'm not surprised.
The Grand Canyon.
The Hotel Derby. Every time I come to Colorado, I'm struck by how huge the Rocky Mountains are.
Don't think I would have hiked across the Appalachian Mountains and the Great Plains to mine silver here. The first pioneers that headed west sure were
I
tough.
didn't really hike across the
Yeah,
Appalachians.
they were some rugged
Yeah,
folks.
They could gone across those pretty easily. Well, Appalachians aren't that bad most of the time.
It depends on where you are.
Yeah. I mean,
We've got lots of interesting stuff to
Maybe
see
you just
here in
like
the
to hang
Darby
all
Hotel.
of them at
Feel
once,
free to look around.
in a line.
A German cuckoo clock. I wonder if it was made in that Bavarian village.
Maybe.
That's a photo of Mount McKinley in Alaska. It's the highest point in the United States, 20,230 feet. I've tried climbing it, but we were forced back by bad weather.
The owner must have been quite a world traveler. That's Petra, the ancient city in Jordan, carved out of solid rock.
I remember Carmen saying that she worked there on an archaeological dig, back before she joined Acme.
wait, but this is... Never mind. I'm not sure if this is... Okay.
Chief Joseph was the famous leader of the Nez Perce people. When the United States government insisted that they leave their lands to allow white settlers to move in, he courageously resisted their demands.
The bald eagle is the national bird of the United States.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite paintings. Washington crossing the Delaware in 1776. Said to be the turning point in the American Revolution.
And he did it all without any electronic gadgets. Amazing.
That was the important one.
That's
the one that everybody
Uluru
remembers.
in the Australian outback.
Delaware is the one that everyone remembers.
Right. I mean, it was important because it kept the army alive, but...
The Delaware was... It's funny, because the Delaware was lost because of a game of chess.
Hey, Hawkins, check this out. Look at this name in the guest book. Diane Goss, from Irma, NC.
NC? That's North Carolina, right? But I've never heard of a town called Irma in North Carolina.
That's because there isn't one. Look, rearrange the letters in Irma, NC, and you get Carmen.
And Diane Goss rearranged is San Diego.
Do you remember this woman?
Oh, sure. Diane Goss? She is really something. Insisted on staying in Annie Darby's room. You know, the room we recently opened? See, Annie built this hotel, a real colorful character. She traveled all over the world collecting stuff. Check out her room if you like. It's a trip. Here's the key. Up the stairs and straight ahead. Can't miss it.
Yeah. Also, this is blank, which is weird.
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
Maybe something they forgot.
Or it's delivered. Oh.
Look at that stained glass in the window, Hawkins. It's the Explorer symbol. We're on the right track.
Snap.
Check this out, Hawkins. The cross-stitch held the key to where Annie Darby hid the explorer's diary. The diary mentions a great treasure, and Carmen's been at it again. She's stolen the cross-stitch from the display case. I better jot that down in my journal.
That explorer keeps cropping up. You know, Jules, you're starting to convince me that explorer's treasure and Carmen Sandiego are connected. Maybe we do need to find that diary.
They're the same person. Carmen's immortal.
That would be very distressing.
A note! Let's see if we can figure out what it says. I don't even need to use one of my gadgets to feel Carmen Sandiego's presence here.
Well, also this. Okay, so this obviously goes here. Okay, this looks like the beginning. I'll meet you... maybe not. No, that's the only one that would work. I'll meet... Oh, wait, Golden... Oh, in 3 days. Okay, I was looking for a place.
On the Golden Lion. Look for me. Place on the Amazon. Don't worry about anyone finding it.
The Golden Lion.
Look at
Hey, that rings a bell.
You got it, partner. We paid a visit to it back in Cape Town, South Africa. Looks like our friends at Vile have been doing a lot of sailing since then. What do you say, Chief?
Good job, agents. Looks like you're one step closer to solving this case. According to my sources, the Golden Lion is still in vile hands. You'd better see if you can locate that
I don't know
boat.
about current, but
It may be tough, Chief.
Acme agents
The
have like
Amazon's a huge
a sci-fi
river.
portal technology that they could travel between places almost instantly.
You know, at this point,
Yeah, here this has to be taking days. Like,
it has to be because
Yeah.
they're flying. They're
Which
actually
is a-
showing the flying.
which is an inherent problem with any like adaptation of Carmen, because like she has so many hours ahead. Like you have to have like one person can't go after her like that. Oh well. So let's go to Brazil.
It makes a little bit more sense when it's like we just discovered that
right
they were stolen.
Yeah.
Then it makes a little bit more sense. But
Also, sick view.
she built it. She
Yeah.
wanted
What
to
a
give herself the best
breathtaking
view.
sight.
Oh yeah.
Annie must have loved this view. The Rockies are incredible, running more than 3,000 miles through Canada and the United States.
Pretty neat and all, Jules, but I'm surprised I'm the one reminding us to keep looking for the stolen statue. Wouldn't it be great if we could beat Carmen Sandiego to that hidden treasure? Oh, I'd really like to see the look on her face if we got there first.
Wait, is there anything else here? No. Okay. So, to Brazil.
So are there as many people in the Amazon as there are in some of the other places we've been to in Brazil?
Well, although Brazil has the sixth largest
Brazil,
population
the
in the
dot has
world,
changed to
there's a
be here
lot
on
of
the Amazon
land,
River.
too.
Yeah, but they didn't
The
change
fifth
one for
largest country.
That's
And where we're
weird.
going, there's
Or
a
Russia,
lot more
'cause I know in
country
Russia
than
you go to
people.
Siberia and the dot's still Moscow.
Huh.
There may not be a lot of people who live in Brazil's Amazon basin, but I've heard
you
there are
spoil the
plenty of
next one?
piranhas, you know, man-eating fish. You're not going to catch me cooling off in this river.
Well, there's this
I've
one,
heard
and then
piranhas
we
think
find the
Acme
treasure
rookies are
from the
especially
other.
tasty.
Huh. Okay.
We're getting very close. I mean, this is the final artifact that was stolen.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow we get over there. Oh, snap.
Hey, it's a rain stick.
We finally found it. The Golden Lion again. Let's check it out quickly. I have a weird feeling like we're being watched.
Yeah, we don't know when the owners might return.
See, this is weird. No matter what, you will never have. This will never be timed. And that was like this when I realized it. Like, oh, this is like exciting. I might have to get under here quickly. Like, watch what happens here. So we
It
get
must
the
be
gear.
a piece of that fancy Bavarian lock.
Okay.
Oh boy, Carmen Sandiego is going to be mad.
But is she? She's smarter than that. I know she is. Sometimes I wonder if she's leading us along, wanting us to follow her.
This boat's been doing a lot of traveling since Cape Town. Looks like it's been through the Indonesian islands again and the Panama Canal.
Jeez.
Look, Hawkins, the missing cross-stitch from the Darby Hotel. And it's got some kind of poem on it. It must be the key to where Annie Darby hid the explorer's diary.
And hidden in a didgeridoo.
Ever?
So, Jules, why did Carmen Sandiego hide the cross-stitch in an Aboriginal music maker? Could it be a clue?
I'll note it in my journal. And there's the chief. Something may be up.
Agents, are you still on that boat? Hurry up and finish your search. My informants tell me a vile henchman has been spotted heading toward the river.
Will do, Chief. Just a few places left to look.
Yeah, that never happens. Like that's what I was saying.
Wow,
like,
that never happened?
Yeah. So
Oh,
there's
that's a
no.
little disappointing.
Wait, what's here?
There's nothing else in this compartment.
Oh, okay. Also, when was the Explorer's Diary? Did I miss that? Like, the Explorer's Diary?
I think that was really maybe. I don't know.
Like, was it mentioned in
Yeah,
Germany
it
or was it
was.
mentioned by Annie Darby?
No, it was mentioned by somebody.
Well, yeah.
Somebody. It was. I know it was mentioned before that.
Right, okay.
Whatever.
right, no, it was in the cross stitch. Right, this says.
I thought. Do we have to go back?
I
to the
was just
cross-stitch?
thinking about Thanksgiving
it
and the
said
4th of
The
July.
sun will strike the wheel at noon.
Oh yeah.
You
There's a
making
clue there.
vacation plans?
No, I was just thinking about holidays in the United States. I really like Thanksgiving. My family would always eat lots of turkey and remember the pilgrims and early settlers giving thanks for a bountiful harvest.
And the 4th of July celebrates all the freedoms Americans enjoy.
We know. This would be marketed presumably at
This
America.
town is over 10,000
Yeah.
feet high, 10,430 to be exact.
Yeah.
In 1877,
Anything.
when they found silver
Again,
here,
it's also-
Leadville must have been booming.
Harry Houdini, the famous magician, even put on a show in their opera house. I wonder if Carmen learned some of her tricks from him.
Which opera house? Denver? Well, yeah, okay, so let me check. Yeah. Of the Legendary Explorer's Diary. Yep. Okay, so that's where. But, surprise.
It's exactly noon, and look, The light's shining onto this spot on the floor, just like the poem said. I'm going to see if I can lift up the floorboard. So, Jules, where's this diary you're so excited about?
Oh no, it looks like Carmen beat us to it. But she must have thought this was a good hiding place because she left a piece of the Bavarian lock. But I still wonder, could she purposely be leading us somewhere?
Well, right now this lock piece seems more important than that old diary. I'm going to stash it in my clue inventory.
Alright. Well, let's go to, Panama and Indonesia.
Yeah.
Panama. I'm psyched. Last time I was here, I stayed in the capital.
Yep.
You know, Panama City.
And I bet you're hungry for Panamanian food.
How did you know? They have this dish called gaucho, kind of rice and beans thing. Yum. And there's also tortillas, flatbread made of corn or flour, and plantains.
I know, a large type of banana usually cooked. Can we please talk about something else now?
There it is, the famed Panama Canal.
When did they dig that?
It opened in 1914. Took 10 years to build.
Thank you, Agent Fact Finder. Let's see. The Isthmus of Panama, Costa Rica's to our north, Colombia is south. Just getting my bearings. Acme informants have noted some vile activity around here.
What's this say?
Although more than 15,000 ships per year passed through the Panama Canal in the 1970s, some of today's major merchant ships and tankers are too large to travel through the canal.
Well, well, well. This just goes to show that nothing can be hidden from Shadow Hawkins, ace detective. It's a piece of that fancy lock back in Bavaria. Those vile agents obviously don't know who they're up against.
But unfortunately, Carmen does. She may be wanting us to trail her. We just don't know.
Alright. So, now to Indonesia.
Have you ever been to the Indonesian capital, Jakarta?
No, I'm excited to see it though.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but we're not going to make it there this time.
What? Is this a job or something? I thought this was a sightseeing tour. Don't tell me. There are all sorts of wild animals here that would be happy to eat me alive.
It's around like a
No,
10-hour flight.
just a few tigers and Komodo dragons in Indonesia. But don't worry, I know karate.
And that's supposed to make me feel better?
All right, let's get to work. Grab your trusty flashlight and let's find some clues.
But still, I'd love to actually do the math on that.
Yeah. I think we were just talking about we have to get here and Komodo dragons. And
Once more with feeling.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh, wow, that was easy.
One of the pieces of the lock for that
Never explained what
Bavarian
that is
clock
exactly.
tower. Those vile agents
Never
love
explained the
hiding
statue.
stuff in this cave.
Great. We better get out of here before one of them shows up. Chief?
I agree, agents. The Acme scanner monitoring the island has just mysteriously malfunctioned.
Jeez.
Get going before...
Snap.
Before what, Chief? Before Carmen Sandiego finds out where they are? I always know where they are. Haven't captured me yet, have you, Mr. Rookie? By the way, good luck finding the statue. You're thousands of miles off target. Just thought you'd like to know. See you around.
Chief! Are you still there? Can you trace that transmission?
Not with our scanner out of commission. She could be anywhere. New Zealand, Russia. You'll just have to keep following her trail from where it left off. Stay in touch and get going. Chief out.
Well, the only other place to go is Australia.
Yeah.
The Outback is what? The whole central and western part of Australia?
So that's Sydney. We're
Yeah,
going to
and
the
it's
Outback.
hot and dry in a big way.
Yeah.
I once heard
And
that
again,
they call
actually
their
changed the
ranches
marker
there
for this one.
No, they
stations.
didn't.
Yeah, they did.
It's still where Sydney is.
Would you
We're
look at
we're
that?
we're at a-
Ayers Rock.
Actually, it's officially called Uluru. That's its Aborigine name. It's 1.5 miles long and 1,000 feet high, full of little caves, some even with Aboriginal rock paintings.
Cool. Now if we can just figure out if Carmen Sandiego's been frequenting the area.
Alright.
There's a gecko over there on that rock. Australia sure has a lot of different animals. Kangaroos,
never going to
wallabies,
kill you.
poisonous snakes, poisonous frogs. I could go on and on.
Yep. What do I do?
Whoever stayed there found the Australian desert a tough place to live, surviving on less than 10 inches of rain a year.
I did notice a certain lack of drinking fountains around here. The area around Uluru is now a national park. Did you know that Uluru means Great Pebble in the Aboriginal language?
Great Pebble. I love it. That just about sums it up.
I like the way that lizard's walking.
Do-a-do-a-do.
Okay,
Wait. Isn't the explorer's treasure hidden behind a huge boulder in the desert? Do you suppose...
Agents, I definitely think you should poke around that hideout. But be careful. If you're seen, you could blow the whole mission. Stay in touch. Chief out.
This can't be the... Oh.
well, let's see what we can get here.
It's a vial message container. I did a report on this stuff at the Acme Academy. Let's open it and see what it says.
Looks like we need to head to the deepest lake in the world. Check your database. But I wonder, did they leave this here for us to find, or did someone misplace it?
Oh.
Does Carmen want us to follow her?
Wow. That's actually a
Nonsense!
really good
We're
piece of
just
trivia.
ace detectives. She's probably quaking in her boots.
Anyone looking for it will be on thin ice, so that's a pod.
Dun-dun-dun. Alright, now we
See,
go.
because that is Lake Baikal.
Yeah.
And, well, that's now other former Soviet republics.
Yes.
And that's Moscow, so...
I'm really excited to finally see Siberia, and
The world
especially
changes
Lake
so quickly.
Baikal.
Yeah.
Apparently, there are thousands of plants and fish in this area that are found nowhere else on Earth.
Like the Baikal seal, found only in Lake Baikal. Well, brace yourself, because it's cold.
Come
You're not
on,
gonna
how
be
cold
wearing
could
the
it
right
be?
clothes because we did this.
So this is Lake Baikal, the blue eye of Siberia. I didn't know the deepest lake on Earth was in Russia.
I can tell that you're getting ready to stump me with questions about Siberia.
Not exactly, Jules. Let's have a look around. Carmen may have left a clue anywhere.
Wait, a little bit.
The people who live here in Siberia are a hardy group, sometimes enduring temperatures nearing 60 degrees below zero.
Ooh,
It is cold
Fahrenheit
here.
Or Celsius?
Carmen's probably laughing at us right now.
Because one is much worse than the other.
yeah, well, I'm assuming Fahrenheit because of what market this is used for. Ooh. Oh boy. Surprise.
Enjoying yourselves, agents? It is so amusing watching you trying to stay on my trail. But be very careful. I've planned other surprises for you, perhaps even more challenging than this Siberian wind chill. But even I don't want you to give up now. I'd miss your great entertainment. Oh, and watch out for the dingoes. Bye for now.
Nah.
All right, that does it. No more Mr. Nice Guy.
Cool it, Shadow. She just wants to make us mad so we're not thinking clearly. We'll get her yet. And the treasure.
I can't wait. Now, what did she mean about dingoes? What's a dingo?
I'm not
You
sure.
know, we already know
Somehow
we need to go
it
to
doesn't
Australia.
sound Russian.
A
I'd best
dingo-
make a note of it in my
a dingo
journal.
is the United States Cable Company.
Alright, so...
There's the boat Carmen mentioned in the message we found in Australia. But it's too far to swim from shore. The water's freezing. We'd never make it.
I can even see the lock piece we need. Oh, she's taunting us.
You have
We
great
need something
eyes.
to help us snag that piece, or the lake ice may crush the boat. But I don't think I have the gadget we need.
Well, shoot.
Wait, then where do we go to get it? Because... Are we missing something?
Maybe back to Australia?
No, because...
Could be back. I don't know.
I don't want to have to use the chief. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
The last piece is on that boat.
So we need to go to get an Acme gadget, presumably. But where would we go?
The only thing I can think of is go back to Australia because that's what they were hinting. But fudge,
I'm gonna...
because we need 5 gears.
I'm guessing... Let's go back to Germany.
I've heard a
Right.
lot about the
I
Rhine
don't
River in
know.
Germany.
Yeah,
I think we
it's
might have
very
missed
important to
something.
the country. Most of Germany's industry
No,
is...
it's the last piece.
No,
Do you know why King Louis
We missed the
II was
gadget.
called Mad King Ludwig? Neuschwanstein Castle that he
yeah.
built here in the Bavarian Alps.
Oh gosh, darn it.
Yep, we should have
According
clicked
to
here
my
earlier.
briefing, this is a secret Acme field office.
We should have done this earlier because then we would have saved us
I'll
a
go
trip.
ahead and give the secret knock. The chief thought they might have something for us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeehaw! An Acme grapple launcher. I used one of these in training. Oh, you're going to love it.
Be still, my beating heart. One more thing to carry that we'll probably never
The
need.
snark in this
Just
game.
you wait and
Yes.
see.
Off the charts.
Okay, so now we go back to Russia.
We're off to Siberia again. According to the map,
Now we get
the
to
trans...
Now
Watch
we can
this.
go and go back to where we just were.
Yes, which we should have not had to go to back to.
Not bad, Hawkins.
Meh.
You're pretty good
Yep.
with that thing.
Whatever.
Thanks, Jules. Don't mention it. This is an old gear, obviously part of the mechanical lock at the clock tower.
And the ship just disappears.
That'd be funny.
Isn't
if
that
it did
Acme
that.
vest uncomfortable to sleep in?
I don't really think about it. I kind of think it makes me look like an action figure.
Ready for action. That's definitely you.
Makes you look
All right, let's skip the tourist stuff and get to work.
All right.
Mega Man had a crap.
It was quite a hunt, but we've got all the pieces. Now let's put the lock together.
Being mechanically minded myself, it appears that the gear with both kinds of teeth would fit in the center. That way, the gears with the same teeth would belong on the same side.
It took me a while to realize it because it looks too much like this inner gear is just inside.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing this one fits here because like this one, yeah, no. So that one goes there, and then this
Then
one would obviously
Go there.
here, and then I'm assuming this one looks too big, so I'm going to assume it's here.
Yeah, that one. And then
Last one first.
there we go. Bloop.
What's this? Some old book. I thought we were going to nab Carmen Sandiego and that Julius Caesar statue.
Old book? Let me see. It's the diary. The explorer's missing diary. Look, it holds the key to finding his treasure.
Hey, you're right. That's why she's been stealing the gems. The treasure is what she's after.
It says that there are
There we
7
go.
key items, just like I thought. We've got to find that missing statue of Julius Caesar, Hawkins, or we won't be able to open the lock.
That's not our only problem. Where has Carmen Sandiego hidden the gems? What is that sound? It's getting louder.
Look, Hawkins, over the rooftops. It's her!
Big helicopter.
So, you found the diary. Too bad you won't be able to use it.
She wouldn't dare.
She would! Look out, Jules! Take that!
Need more practice, rookie? Bye for now, Jules. Enjoy your little victory while you can.
She's gone. So much for the Acme grapple launcher, Hawkins.
Don't talk too soon, Jules. Check out what I snagged from Ms. Carmen Sandiego.
A brick.
A secret brick. Pens, and of course.
Well, looky here.
Which is weird,
A
like,
vial
this is
access
technically
key
the only
card.
thing we needed
And check out that
in
flag
this
symbol,
case.
Jules. That
So, like,
looks
the gears
familiar.
did not help us directly.
Mm.
It is that we found them and then we triggered the cutscene,
And then we.
which is a little odd.
Yeah. Well, off we go.
So check this out. The Australian outback is
Back
so
we go.
huge
Mhm.
that school children get their school lessons through the mail or over the radio.
I've heard that. And doctors often fly in a plane to visit patients. I've even heard that cattle farmers use helicopters to round up their cattle.
It's wild to think that the earliest human inhabitants of Australia, the Aborigines, came from Asia through Indonesia.
It is wild. Wouldn't have been easy living in the outback of Australia. Much different than living by the coast in Sydney.
Alright, so let's go back to that boulder.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Dun 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 dun.
Card, his hand's huge. Anyway.
Or the card's just really tiny.
Right. Surprise.
Hello, Julius Caesar.
All right, we're in. Well, this hideout certainly isn't
Well,
where
that
the
takes
great
care of all
treasure is
7
hidden.
artifacts.
Maybe not, but look over there. The final item.
You're right. The missing bust of Julius Caesar.
And the missing piece to the puzzle of the lost city and the explorer's treasure. And you can bet your gadgets that wherever the treasure is, Carmen won't be far behind.
Actually, fun
That
fact,
statue is an interesting
Roman
piece of
statues like
work,
that used to be
with the
painted.
wheel symbol,
Yeah,
of course,
they all do.
and no gem.
And then the painting is long since eroded.
Julius Caesar was one of the greatest
"Oh, this
leaders
is
of
another Greek
Rome.
sin, so let's not have
Under
any
his
paint."
leadership,
That's
the empire
neoclassical.
expanded to include much of Western Europe. Wonder how old this thing is.
Around 2,000 years old, around the height of Caesar's power as the dictator of Rome. Agents, congratulations. Excellent work. I'm sure that you're getting really close to wrapping up this case. I know you were disappointed not to snag Carmen Sandiego this time, but you may still get your chance.
Do you know where she is?
Well, not exactly, but we have a good lead. Acme agents have reported some mysterious goings-on in a lighthouse off the coast of Scotland. It's supposed to be abandoned, but lately there's been reports of a light shining out on foggy nights. A local fisherman mentioned someone matching Carmen Sandiego's description. I want you both to investigate.
We're on that, Chief. And we better not waste any time. If my hunch is correct, she's headed for that lost city.
Not if we stop her first. Agents Hawkins and Argent out.